as an IBMI developer, when the spec hits my desk, all right, I have RxS installed. Where do I usually start? I mean, do I start by feeding some kind of specifications into RxS and it helps generate the code for me, or is it code first?
So yeah, it's more the first. It's more code being generated for you. So generally, what you'll do is you'll get samples of, in the case of an API, a request and a response, what those look like, just kind of a general representation of what those look like, some of the optional fields, things like that, and run them through commands that we provide that generate the code to be able to build JSON that looks like what you provided it, or build code to process JSON that looks like what you provided it. You run a request and a response through these commands, and that's 70% of the program right there. Most of the heavy lifting that happens after that is tying your data or your databases to where that input data needs to come from, or where the JSON data that you're extracting needs to go. It's more about tying it into your system than it is the actual API portion. The code generated does all of that hard work.
Wow, that's actually a huge time saver, because I've had to hand parse XML before, and yeah, it was tedious in the extreme, right?
Yep, yeah. Especially if you try and do hand parsing JSON. JSON is very frustrating to have to hand parse. So,
well, but even using some of the open source libraries, there's a lot of tedious bookkeeping code you have to do, and so that in itself is a huge time saver in terms of time to deliver.